Hello, home buyers. This is Sam's mom, Irene, the realtor. And today I want to talk with you about some changes that have come about in the world of real estate. So, the National Association of Realtors, and we say NAR, has a couple of very important changes that you will need to know about because they will affect you. Um, the big change: home buyers now have to pay the realtor commission. Now, let me go back and tell you what that means because that was not the case in the past. As a matter of fact, this law just came into effect on August 17th, which was last week. In the past, if a person wanted to sell their home through a realtor, they would pay a certain percentage to that realtor. Now, that money, the commission, would not only go for the realtor who was selling the property, but a portion of that money would also go to the realtor who brought the buyer. So, in essence, the selling realtor was actually paying their realtor plus the realtor who brought the person that purchased their home. Okay. Now I'm going to give you just a quick example because y'all know I'm a school teacher too. So let me give you a quick example. Let's say a home is $100,000 home. So the seller says, "I want to sell my home through a realtor, and we're talking about it, and we decided $100,000. Wouldn't that be nice? It's a great price." So I'm going to give my realtor, let's say we're going to negotiate a price 6%. This is, remember, I'm telling you about the past. So that realtor would actually get $6,000. But here's the kicker, here's the part that's changing. That $6,000 would be split usually 50-50, usually 3% and 3%. 3% to the selling realtor and 3% to the buying realtor. So that's the way it has been in the past. The seller was actually paying two people, so to speak. Now, NAR was sued by some sellers, and those sellers did win. And what came out of that is the seller no longer has to pay the buyer agent's commission. So now it is up to the buyer of a home and their real estate agent to figure out how this commission is going to be paid. Now, of course, if the buyer has enough money to pay the realtor commission, that that's probably what will happen. But what I want you to do is keep in mind that there are other options. And I could go into a lot of that right now, but the main thing that I want you to know is don't be afraid that you can no longer afford a home because you will be the one that have to pay the home buyer's realtor's commission. Don't be afraid because your realtor has the experience to walk you through this and figure out the best option for you both. Um, so just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I will be happy to talk with you one on one about some of those options, just so you'll know that this does not mean that you have to wait to save enough money to pay a realtor to help you find a home. This means that the offer might look different, negotiations might be a little bit different. Or, as I said before, if you as a buyer have the money, then of course there's not a big issue there. The next thing, now I did this a lot when I first became licensed, but we can no longer do this. So somebody might call me and say, "Hey, Irene, I just saw this house in Giles County, where I'm from. Can you show it to me?" So I jump in my car and I run down there and I show them the property, and that's it. No longer can we do that without a signed document. There is a document now that we have to use every time we show property. So let's say someone calls me and says, as a matter of fact, this morning, someone said they wanted to see a home in North Nashville. So before we actually go to look at that home, they will need to sign just this document that is going to last just for that day, just for that day. So this is not a long-term agreement or anything like that. This is just for that day. Now, there is still the one where you will agree to work with someone for whatever length of time you do want. It could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be a year, whatever you want. But keep in mind that you have to sign at least the document for a day. And after that day, it's over. You do not have any obligation as far as being tied to that realtor who showed you that property that day, and that realtor does not have any obligation to be tied to you. So these are just the two changes that have come about that I want you to know about. I know that you may have questions, and I am so happy to answer those questions, but I just didn't want to go into a lot of detail to muddy the waters in this video. Please, please, please contact me if you do want to know more, if you do have specific questions. And anyway, this is Irene, the realtor, Sam's mom. I hope to see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.